Here we go, guys. So another requested video today, and the other day I dropped a defensive video, which was a requested video from the competition. I thought I'd do the offensive side of that because the defensive one seemed to help out a lot, and a lot of people requested the offensive video as well. So as always, guys, please like and subscribe. We are absolutely rolling on this channel. Thank you for your support. So just to be clear, again, I'm not an elite player at this game. I'm not amazing at it, but I am getting better at the game. And it's because I'm hanging out with sort of comp players, people like Notorious God Killer Josh, and you start to pick things up. You'll see in a second, Banklionaire's squad, he's got Kevin McHale, he's got the 2,000 card collection reward Dame Lillard. He's also ridiculously good at the game. And I can say confidently a month ago, I would have got absolutely blown out in this game. It was much more competitive because really what I'd learned to do on offense. So I used to make loads of mistakes, and probably the biggest mistake I made was being really predictable on offense. I used to rim run way too much. It'd either be I'm rim running or shooting threes. And like I said, when you hang out with these guys, you get an understanding of their mindset. They're patient on offense. They're not predictable. They're constantly mixing things up. And it's definitely translated into me being a better player over the last month, leveling up quite a lot. So let's get into the settings really quickly. There's not a huge amount of settings I do. In fact, there's only one. So as I tick off my defensive settings here, all I do is I put the Hawks freelance in. So the Hawks 2018. So you select any freelance, go to Hawks 2018 and just equip it. The other settings are the same as what I do in the defensive video. So, you know, adaptive coaching engine goes off. And then all the other settings I've basically applied are relevant to defense. So not relevant to offense. But what I want to show you is just a combination of kind of mixing things up on offense, not being predictable. Exactly what I said with the defensive video. Don't allow your opponent to get into a rhythm on defense where they're just basically, you know, playing the same defensive plays again and again and stopping you. Be really, really patient. That's the absolute key. Notorious God gave me that advice. You know, again, I used to blast down the court looking for his bucket as soon as I possibly can. And now I've really slowed that down and I'm getting much better looks because I'm being patient and things like that. And the other thing, like, I know it sounds like a weird thing, but if you're new to this game, you can often be reluctant to shoot. I was really reluctant to shoot, partly because of the lag that, you know, especially on the EU server. But if you just stay online and you get used to your players' shots, the only real way to do that is to continue to shoot. Just continue to practice. Like, you might get blown out for 20 games, like trying to learn the different shots of your players. Don't practice offline that much because online is really a different gameplay. Like, the releases feel different because of the lag. But I'm just going to walk you through the things that I did in this game that really got me through it. And again, Banklionaire is an amazing, amazing player at this game. So at the start of the game, I hit right on the D-pad and I select the Hawks freelance. Then I hit the left button, the top left bumper, and I hit pass and screen away. Now you can see I've got a 5-out floor spacing. So I missed that shot, but my players are 5-out, so they will sit on the perimeter waiting for that ball again if we get the rebound. So I didn't take the best shot to begin with, but because of the settings, it kind of gave us a second look. It also gave us that first look. You know, it was the first shot of the game. Probably should have hit that, and maybe on another day I would have. So as we move up the floor here, you'll see on the next possession, our spacing is the same. We're going to have people open on the perimeter. So we cut inside. He gets across to contest it because I think he knew that was coming, but he didn't really have a choice. So again, we go inside. We take a bad shot again. But our players are there, bailing us out on the perimeter again. This time we come inside with McGrady. Last time in that exact scenario, we took a 3. Again, we want to constantly keep our opponent guessing, not let him settle into a rhythm. So here you can see we have the ball with McGrady. We're passing it around. We nearly give the ball up. And again, as I said, Banklionaire's amazing at this game. And he's playing great defense. But we're being patient. Look how patient we're being. 4 seconds. And we send a cut right at the end of the shot clock. So all you do is you hold triangle, point at a player, and they'll cut to the basket. But we were patient as we needed to be there. We've hit a couple of 2s, so we go back to hitting 3s because he's trying to stop us getting on the inside. But we have the ability to switch. Good defensive play there. On the fast break, just take the points. This is the key. Like, so many people on the fast break stop. They try and look for a 3. You know, they end up throwing away a turnover, which is so tough to get in this game sometimes. You just don't want to be giving turnovers up like that. So you'll see again here, this time we force another good turnover, but we take the fast break slightly differently. So we kick out and we come back inside and take the 2. So he knew what was coming because we literally just ran a fast break. We had to do it differently this time to keep him on his toes. Again, we've been hitting corner 3s. He comes out to contest, so we hit the pump fake and we come inside. Again, just constantly making him guess. He thinks he's got a read on it, but as long as we do something different, as long as we're patient, as long as we look for good looks, we'll continue to keep him on his toes defensively. So if he tries to bait a lane, suddenly we don't throw that pass. If he tries to protect the perimeter, suddenly we're inside. If he comes inside to defend, suddenly we're shooting threes. And again, we use a cut there to get Dishinger on the inside. So it's that constant variation, that constant variety that keeps Bankley in there on his toes. And again, this is not something I would have done a while ago. I would have been constantly pushing rim runs or constantly three hunting. It's just keeping things moving. And again, know when your players are open. Wade was absolutely open there. I don't know if a lot of people would have taken that shot, but I've become, over time, I've become much more familiar with knowing when my players are open. Again, player left open on the perimeter there because he's expecting us to come inside. He's actually pushing up there. He's trying to force a turnover. Unfortunately, that leaves a player wide open. This time we switched to Beck. He's been playing a bit of a sort of paint sitting, so we try and get a step on his power forward. We take a shot there and get him on the inside. So again, we've been, even when we've been going to the basket, we've been using our sort of guards. This time we put it in our power forward's hands because he was paint sitting with his power forward, which just gives us an edge and gives us a step. So it's constantly reading what he's doing. Again, on the fast break, Jack Marin finishes at the hoop. So the constant variety that we're introducing to everything that we do, the floor spacing that we're using, this time we send him on a cut again. So he knew that corner three was coming. He was trying to bait us, which is why I sent him on a cut instead, because I knew he wouldn't get read on it. We take a bad shot there. Again, the floor spacing saves us. T back on the perimeter. He very rarely misses that shot, even though we didn't green it. Again, pushing up here with D Wade. We're passing the ball around. Now, again, knowing when your players is open is super, super important. You can see there, T-Mac just got a little bit of space. We saw it come in. Again, that was, if you look at the play before, we kind of cut inside with our power forward. I think he was expecting us to do that again. This time, we just popped it out and got a three. This time, T-Mac on the inside. Again, when he's sitting on the perimeter, my opponent is often focused on defending him from the three-point line. If you come inside, again, we take a bad shot. This time, Marin's open in that T-Mac position that we've seen all game. My players will just save me. Any offensive rebound, we're relatively confident we're going to get a good three-point look. We're not going to score every shot, but those second chances are so, so important. This time we push up with T-Mac. We just cut inside Mikhail with the post spin. Again, just keeping it moving, keeping things fresh, keeping things different, not allowing him to get in a rhythm. You see he tries to do the same thing back to us there, but he's late on the shot clock. We force a turnover again, so fast break is on. This time we push up with Wade. You'll see here how patient we're being. Suddenly there's a wide open look with Beck and we green it. The patience is key, right? Like you can see there wasn't anything on, so we didn't force it. We waited for the right shot. We waited for our spacing. You can see Zion's open here. He gets over and contests that. And again, understanding when your players is open because Baron Davis is open there and he knocks down a three. The spacing between the sort of offensive player and the defender, it doesn't need to be as close as you think. There is a lot of space there a lot of the time. As long as you're aware of it, you'll get through it. Again, we come through with our power forward. We've been knocking down threes. We've been switching up. We've been using our guards. We've been using our forwards. We've literally, there's barely been two possessions that have basically been the same. Again, he's pushing out because he's expecting us to come inside. And T-Back with a wide open three in the corner. That constant variety. I mean, it's not about plays. You can run pick and rolls and stuff if you want. You can run pick and pops and things like that. But really, the strength comes from the variation. This time on the fast break. We pulled up on the perimeter like we were going to hit a three, and we just sent the player through to the basket. It's not about plays. I don't have a playbook even equipped right now. It's not about running pick and rolls. It's just about keeping your opponent guessing it. Again, this time we use one of our forwards to set a cut with D Wade. Again, so difficult to predict. He literally has no idea what we're going to do. This time he tries to play on ball. Again, he leaves T-Mac open. And we get the three. So he can never, ever settle into a rhythm. Again, this is a mistake I made, guys, just for ages. I would just kind of run the same plays. I'd just be three hunting. Again, looks like we're coming inside and he leaves open a wide open three. I used to rim run. I used to, three hunting is probably the most common thing that I see players do. If I was just three hunting here, if I just spent the whole game three hunting, there you see again an example of Wade being open, even though he didn't look like he was. He actually grabbed the opponent. If I was just three hunting this entire game, I would have lost. For sure. For sure I would have lost this game. There's no two ways about it. It's probably some of the best offense I played. His defense is elite as well. There was literally periods in the game for sort of a minute and a half where we were completely shut down, completely clamped up, where he was on top of what we were trying to do. So as long as we kept the variation in, we kept mixing it up, we were patient, our floor spacing was good, all of those different things, utilizing your guards, utilizing your forwards, trying to be high IQ and know when a player is open and when they're not. it just makes a huge difference to the overall game. And you can see the splits at the end of the game. We did play really well against a really high-level player. Like I said, he's got Kevin McHale. He has gone 12-0. It's not a game I would have won a while ago. And not only defensively, as I showed you in the video the other day, we played really well. Offensively, we played super well with some great splits on offense. That's all for now, guys. I really hope that helps you. It is the basics. There's obviously a lot more to offense. But please like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching, guys.